Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving to all those who's care. I'm taking a break from football. I had to work some today. I got to watch some football. I got to watch the Lions and the Packers, and got to see the last quarter, most of the last quarter of the Dallas Oakland game. Got to see him come back. Watching the third game, the final game tonight, so figured I'd take a break. I had one appear on the store I thought I've never had. Of course, Deschutes has not been available in our state before, and I really didn't expect to see it in our local store, but I'm going to do the legendary The Abyss from Deschutes. From the website, it says a deep, dark Imperial Stout. The Abyss is almost immeasurable depth and complexity. Hints of molasses, licorice, and other alluring flavors make it something not just to quaff, but contemplate. As for the great drink it now or let it age debate, we stand clearly on the fence. Speaking of which, this is a best after date of 8/16/14. So it's obviously meant to age. It's one of the few I've seen with the best after date. But anyways, it says distinct and delicious on release. The flavors meld and fuse into an entirely different pleasure a year on. So I grabbed 2 bottles. If this is good, if this stands up to the hype, I may grab a couple more to stick back for, you know, longer than a year. This is brewed with licorice and molasses, 33% aged in oak and oak bourbon barrels. It's dark, it's deep, it's mysterious. Aged in French Oak and Bourbon barrels, the special brew has immeasurable depth, inviting you to explore and discover its rich, complex flavor. The flavor of molasses and licorice draw you in further and further with each sip. The Abyss beckons. Enjoy the journey. 11% ABV, 86 IBUs, so it's definitely up there in the IBUs. Got a lot of hoppiness, so fairly fresh. It's limited quantities. I think it's just available from December to January, I think. I'm not sure exactly, but it's had wax on it. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Got it off. Oh, surprisingly not. There was a little hiss, not really much smoke. Oh, got a good deal of smoke when I poured it. 11%, big bottle. Yeah, that's probably all I'll drink. I'm just going to seal the rest of it up and save the rest of it for another time. So I don't think you want to drink all at once. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Yeah, there's, now down here where it's narrow, I can see right along the bottom, I can see some hints of some red, but other than that, that's pitch black. That absorbs every bit of light that comes through it. Got probably a finger of a really coffee brown, creamy looking head. Obviously going to leave some, it's already leaving some lacing just from swirling a little bit. Yeah, beautiful looking Imperial Stout, so let me get a nose on it. Okay, yeah, it starts out, you get some coffee, you get the chocolate, definitely get some of that molasses, but maybe just a hint of cherry, maybe. I don't know. Definitely getting a bit of that 11% ABV, that's for sure. It's really smells sweet. There are some hints of some roasted grains and definitely a bit of that molasses it's brewed with, that's for sure. Getting small hints of the oak and the vanilla note you get from the barrels and the oaking. Really smells rich though. Really smells rich. I can tell from the pour it's a thick beer too. Little bit of maybe that bourbon barrel bourbon smell. What did they say? I don't know what the various. Let's see. It said something on the bottle here. brewed with blackstrap molasses, licorice with cherry bark, so I did get some cherry, and vanilla added. 6% aged in oak bourbon barrels, 11% aged in oak barrels, and 11% aged in oak wine barrels. So 3 different agings, 3 different amounts, so 6%, but I'm really not getting any of those vinous qualities from the French oak or the wine barrels, but getting just a hint of the bourbon and the bourbon barrels in there, but definitely getting the oak and vanilla from all of them. So let me get a taste on it. Okay, yeah, chocolate right up front, some roastiness, getting a touch of that oak, getting a little of that licorice, some sweeter chocolate right up there at the beginning. Yeah, that chocolate is a sweeter chocolate, that's for sure. Maybe even just a little dark fruit, not like a raisin or anything, but almost, yeah, the cherry, I think, dark cherry maybe. And then it sort of transitions there in the middle into some dark, some of that dark bitter chocolate, and some nice roasted, almost charred malt flavors and vanilla there. I mean, this is definitely a roasty beer, that's for sure. A lot of chocolate, a lot of cocoa. A little bit, maybe some oats even in there, some oat sweetness. A little bit of the bourbon too. I'm getting it on the taste. Really nice bitterness to it, particularly on the finish. Not a super clean finish, but it's there. I'm not really noticing any hops other than maybe that bitterness on the finish, but really nice tasting beer. It's not a full-bodied beer, but it's really on the heavy side of medium. Medium low carbonation though. It's got that roasty, dry, not really overwhelmingly dry, but roasty, dry finish, but not really a clean finish either. It's not one that'll cleanse your palate. It leaves a little bit there. Really nice tasting beer. So let me sit. I will sip on this. Definitely going to sip on this. And I'll be back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been half hour, 45 minutes or so. This warmed up nicely. As I noticed, as this is warmed up, the wood, the oak and stuff that you smell in the beginning when it's cold recedes a bit. And as it's warmed up, the cocoa and the coffee and molasses and particularly the bourbon really come out a lot more on the aroma and to some degree on the taste, but not as much on the aroma. I mean, this is darn good smelling, good tasting beer for sure. That being said, I think this is definitely a beer that is meant to be aged, at least in my opinion. I mean, they've got that best after date on there for a reason, obviously. I mean, everything I've read and seen, reviews I've seen and everything, you know, this should have just totally blown me away. And don't get me wrong, I like it. It's a darn good Imperial Stout, but I just wasn't blown away. Damn good beer. I'm definitely going to set one back. I may buy one more to set back maybe for 2 years. And hopefully we can start getting it on a regular basis now that Deschutes is here. But so I'm going to give the fresh, and I will have to say fresh. I've never had the opportunity to taste it ever before, aged or fresh. So I'm going to give this year's fresh version of Deschutes the Abyss. I'm still going to give it a good solid 9 out of 10. Damn good stout, but I really think definitely needs some aging, that's for sure. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.